What is going on, you guys? It is Eric from the Anabolic Aliens, and today I'm here to bring you a video regarding rotator cuff training. So I'm going to bring you the top 5 exercises that you can perform pretty much anywhere, not just at the gym, for your rotator cuff in order to strengthen them, because that leads to healthy shoulders. Now let's not waste any more of your time and get right into the video. First up on the list, we have the standing external cable rotation. Now, any of these cable exercises that you're going to see in this video can also be done with bands, which will accommodate resistance the further and further you stretch during the movement. But with this movement, we're standing upright with the cable. Our arm is going to be at precisely 90 degrees with our elbow pinned into our side. Now, those of us with big lats, so that muscle on your back that's underneath your armpit, your arm may not be able to pin exactly all the way into the side, but you want to pin it as much as possible, and you don't want to let your elbow move. Now, taking your hand, you're going to rotate the cable in your arm outwards while maintaining that 90-degree bend in your arms. And what this is going to do is help strengthen that part of the rotator cuff. Now, you'll see this exercise a lot during rehab and prehab, because all of these exercises you're going to see in this video are great in order to strengthen the shoulders and help develop the rotator cuffs, which are one of the most commonly injured muscle groups on the body. So make sure you incorporate this as a warm-up, or not only at the end of your workout. Either way works. This is a great one to add into your routine at the end of your shoulder day or any pressing day. Number 2 on the list is the standing cable internal rotation. Now, all of the cues are going to remain the same. We're standing straight up, our arm is at a 90-degree bend, our elbow is pinned all the way into our side. But what we are going to do is instead start by stretching the arm all the way out to the side, and then we're pulling, so the force is going inward. So that's internal rotation. Now, this is another great one to add into the routine. Is if you work a muscle backwards, you also want to make sure you're working it forwards. And the rotator cuff is a complicated muscle group. It's made out of multiple muscles in order to what we call now the rotator cuff. So I'll list those muscles for you on screen so you can look them up yourself and understand each individual function. But for the sake of time of this video, we just want to show you the exercises. That way you can perform them in the gym for your shoulder rehab and prehab, but not only strengthening the rotator cuff, which will translate to strength increases and possibly size increases to the surrounding muscle groups. So make sure you do your cable internal rotations. And if you don't have a cable, you can always substitute a band. Number 3 on the list is the standing upright cable external rotation. Now, this exercise, you're going to have to raise the cable or the band, whatever you're using, up a little bit higher and create tension with the forearm being in a downward position. So once the tension is established with your arm facing all the way down, so that means your arm is up to the side, arm is also at a 90-degree angle, and you're pulling it down as far as you can, and the tension is going to be going backwards. So as you rotate the lower part of your arm backwards, the upper arm is obviously going to turn as you pull the cable or the band backwards, and that is going to help work the rotator cuff. Now, when you perform this exercise, you want to make sure you're completely still. Your shoulder is pinned back as far as you possibly can, and you want it to be straight back to the side. So you don't want to overextend backwards, but you want to make sure that it's out to your side and not coming, the elbow's not coming forward. So you want to keep it out to the side, keep it at the 90 degrees, keep the tension down, and pull back. And this is another one that you can add into any part of your pushing routine, shoulder routine, chest routine. Basically, any day you can train your rotator cuff in order to strengthen them. Just make sure you allow time for adequate recovery. Number 4 on the list is the standing upright cable internal rotation. So all of the cues are going to remain the same again, except for when we set up the cable, the tension is going to start at the top of the movement. So when our arm is up, pretend we were pressing that same exact position. If you're going to go to a press, your arm is out to the side at a 90-degree angle, the wrist is straight, and we're going to tip the arm down, so the tension is going downwards and forwards. So you can also technically call this a downward rotation, but the internal rotation is the professional term. So our arm is up to the side, tension is up the top, and we're pulling down. This is another one to add into the routine. So if you want to combine all of these cable exercises together for a warm-up or a prehab, rehab, or at the end of your pressing or shoulder day, all 4 of these exercises will be absolutely great to do. You could do a few sets each, however you want to build it. That is exactly, we'll go over that more later on in the video, but it's a great one to add into the routine, and all of these combined would be even better. Number 5 on the list, and this is the only really different one from all the others, and it is the standing steering wheel. So you can take any plate here you want. It could be a 2.5, it could be a 5, 10, 25, 35, depending on how jacked you are. It could be a 45, maybe even a 100-pound plate, but I don't recommend using that. And you're going to stand with your arms fully extended out in front of you with your arms running parallel with the floor. Your arms are going to be on either side of the plate. So you want to hold at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock if you're looking at a digital analog clock. And you want to tip the arm over to the top on one side, and the other side is going to rotate underneath. Now, this is commonly known as the soda can test. So when you're doing shoulder impingement tests at a physical therapy place, you're basically going to test and see is, hey, if you reach over and pretend like you're dumping out a drink out in front of you, does it have any pain? Do you hear clicking, noises, discomfort, all that kind of stuff? And that's usually a general test used for shoulder impingement. So what we're doing is we're strengthening those muscles by accommodating resistance, And what we're doing is we're strengthening those muscles so when you rotate them, they'll be much stronger in that position. So it's about putting them in awkward positions and able to strengthen those muscles. So this is a great one to add. I actually like to combine these with my supersets. So if I'm doing something like a dumbbell side raise or another isolation movement for the shoulders, I actually like to combine some rotator cuff training just to add another level and another dimension to the workout. So you can definitely do that if you want to, but definitely give these a try if you have never tried them before. They are extremely exhausting. Make sure you start light and add weight as needed. So in order to program these exercises, we're not going to program it like a typical bodybuilding workout as you have seen in previous videos in the 8 to 12 rep range. We want to go a little bit higher. So I would say anywhere from 10 to 20 reps per exercise. Now on the steering wheel, that's obviously going to vary because you're doing both sides. So just multiply that number by 2, or if you're turning to the right and then the left, that will be 1 instead. That makes it much easier. So we're gonna do about 10 to 20 reps for these exercises. You wanna hit them for about 2 to 3 sets. You could go to 4 if you really need to, depending on how many exercises you pick. Typically, you want to stick to about maybe 2 to 3 exercises. That way you can make sure you're getting adequate, muscle stimulation. And I would do this probably 2 to 3 times per week. I would say 2 is good, 3 might be even better just because of the rep range that we're training. The muscle is going to be able to recover much faster because the rotator cuff is something we use more than we actually think we do. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like this video if you learned a new exercise or a new way to train your rotator cuff. It is super important to do. Make sure you leave a comment down below of which exercises that I may have left out in this video that you could recommend to our other subscribers on the channel. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell. That way you can make sure you stay updated. Every time we upload a video, you will get a notification saying Anabolic Aliens uploaded, X, Y, Z. So you want to make sure you have all that ready to go. But until then, guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.